Kodak moment. Act 1. Fade in. Exterior sky, 60,000 feet, stormy night. A U-2 spy plane glides through a lightning storm in the upper stratosphere. Lightning flashes reveal the outline of a tiny island. Super, September 19th, 1959. Exterior sky, 40,000 feet, stormy night. A shiny disc-shaped spacecraft streaks across the sky. Interior U-2 spy plane. The green glow of lights from the control panel illuminates the cockpit. The radar warning alarm buzzes. The instrument panel goes haywire.
Any intel on the Russians having a new bird in the air?
On the instrument panel, a blip moves across the radar screen. The pilot resets the alarm. The buzzing stops.
Radar tracking target. I've got a lock on a large... Correction. Make out a very large bogey, 10,000 feet below me.
Exterior undercarriage of plane. A camera's infrared light emits a beam on an island below. Interior U-2 spy plane. The pilot clicks the infrared camera button repeatedly.
Confirming. This isn't Russian.
Exterior sky, 10,000 feet below, stormy night. Lightning flashes reveal hints of a mysterious object. It streaks past the U-2 in supersonic speed. Interior U-2 spy plane. The pilot banks the plane to the left and descends. Exterior sky, 50,000 feet, night. The U-2 banks through the clouds and nosedives down through the atmosphere in pursuit of the mysterious object. Interior U-2 spy plane. On the descent, the pilot triggers the U-2's automatic picture-taking program. The only sounds in his cockpit are the pilot's as he breathes through his oxygen mask and the cameras. Click, 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 click. Exterior sky, 10,000 feet, stormy night. Something darts in and out of cloud banks. Lightning flashes reveal glimpses of something. In dogfight fashion, the U-2 chases after something through banks of clouds and lightning flashes. Interior U-2 spy plane. The radar warning alarm buzzes again. On the radar screen, 2 smaller blips appear.
Cubans have missiles? Mayday!
Boom! Exterior sky, 50,000 feet, stormy night. Explosions light up the stratosphere. The U-2 disintegrates in a fiery cloud of debris. From one of the smaller pieces of debris, a parachute deploys. The KODAK emblem is imprinted on the canister-shaped piece of debris. The canister's parachute inflates, jerks it upward past the pilot's crash helmet that spins out of control on its way down to the ocean. On the helmet's tinted visor, you see the reflection of a huge splash in the ocean below. Dissolve 2. Interior Rave Club, Beijing, China, night. Chinese-sponsored media party honoring journalists from around the world covering the UFO sighting in Beijing mingle with high-fashion Chinese beauties, celebrities, and dignitaries. Super, present day. In the shadows, Chinese men in black observe the festivities. On the dance floor, Natalie and Jim waltz the night away, acting like newlyweds on their honeymoon. They're the happiest couple in the world. Natalie speaks English with a British accent.
How lucky am I to be dancing with the man who shot the infamous photo of the UFO flying over China.
The honor is all mine.
Do you believe in extraterrestrials exist among us today?
The verdict's not in, but I do believe we're not alone.
The BBC is hiring. I need a video photographer for an expose I've been assigned to work on.
Will I get to time spent with you?
Only when working together.
What's the topic?
Conspiracies.
Exterior, Rose Bowl swap meet, afternoon. Angelinos scurry through mazes of tents and kiosks filled with merchandise selling at a bargain deal. Super, 6 weeks later, Pasadena, California. A handsome, dapper-looking young man, Jim Wright, 31, strolls through the tents browsing for vintage cameras. He picks up a Brownie Instamatic camera still in its original package. He brushes the dust off the box and stares at it. A Hispanic woman, 40s, walks out of the shadows, her hands jammed into the empty pockets of her money apron.
Reminds you of someone you loved and lost, huh?
Grandma had one. Where's Bernadette?
Sorry, mister. I'm Ester Lauder. Not to be confused with Estee Lauder. I'm filling in. She mentioned you occasionally drop by looking for old cameras.
Esther, I'm Jim. I'll take this.
Jim gives Esther a $20 bill. She slips the camera into a plastic bag and hands it back to him.
Do you have any more cameras?
She thinks about it.
You know what? Her son brought one in this morning. Let me check.
Esther pulls out an old U.S. kid's shoebox from underneath her counter. Jim lifts out a Leica M3 35mm camera. He notices dried blood on the camera's strap.
Sweet. 3-to-1 zoom. How much?
$400.
Shit, lady, that's highway robbery.
Can't you see it's vintage? It has film in it. What a treat. Could be photos of Sasquatch humping the Loch Ness Monster. How about $5?
Jim re-examines the camera. A closer look reveals Esther is correct. Film's in the camera.
I'll give you 4. Do you know where this came from?
Ester shrugs her shoulders, clueless.
Who knows? Maybe Texas. He just got back from Juarez.
Do you know who it belonged to?
Jim? It's Jim, right? Now listen, do I look like a genealogist?
Jim slaps 4 Benjamins on the table. Exterior, Gramps' one-stop photo shop, Burbank, California, night. A shiny Nissan Cube, painted to look like a yellow Kodak film box, is parked in front. Interior, Gramps' one-stop camera shop. The back of the shop is being remodeled. Boxes are scattered everywhere. A break in the wall covered with plastic, the shape of a door, leads in the office next door. Vince, Gramps, right, burly old man in his 60s, sharp as a tack, is picking up broken pieces of sheetrock and dumping them into a 5-gallon plastic trash container. A bell jingles from the front of the shop.
Hey Gramps, you still working?
I'm in the back, Jimbo.
Jim steps through a curtain of glass beads hanging down from the ceiling, used to separate the front and back of the shop, clutching a U.S. Ked's shoebox tightly under his arm.
I'm going to need your expertise with this one.
Jim presents him with his prized shoebox. Grant slips on a pair of white cotton gloves. From his shirt pocket, he unfolds a pair of glasses with magnifying lenses. He lifts the camera out of the box and inspects it.
Looks to be an X-Link edition.
Jim points at the dry blood oxide on the camera's body. Using an X-Acto knife, Gramps scrapes flecks of it into an envelope. He then nudges the film winder forward.
It's got film in it, my boy.
That's why I bought it. It's gotta be it, Gramps. It's gotta be it.
Gramps rewinds the film, hears a click, opens the camera, removes the canister of film, and examines the label.
This guy was serious about his picture taking. Kodachrome 2, color slide film, tough as nails.
I'm thinking the camera is 50, 60 years old.
The camera? Maybe. The film? That's gonna need the lab to verify the edge code numbers.
Interior darkroom later. Under the glow of a safe light, Jim watches Gramps prepping to process the film the old-fashioned way in a stainless steel 35mm developing tank booth.
Edges feel brittle. My guess it's in good shape.
Bet this is the oldest film you've ever processed.
Gramps yanks on the film and unspools it. He dumps it in the batch of developing solution and agitates it. A bell in the darkroom rings.
Take over. I got a customer.